If you ever hear a child crying under your window at night, do not look outside, because the moment you look, it already knows that you heard it. I learned that the hard way. I live in a small apartment building, nothing special, gray walls, a quiet yard, children's swings that creak in the wind. 3 weeks ago, I started hearing crying. At first, I thought it was just a kid from another floor. Babies cry, that's normal. But this was different. The crying always started at exactly 2:17 a.m., not earlier, not later. Every night, it came from outside, from the yard. The sound was soft, broken, like someone trying very hard not to scream. The first night, I ignored it. The second night, I covered my ears. The third night, I looked out the window. The yard was empty. No people, no movement, just the swings, slowly moving, even though there was no wind. Then I heard it again, closer, right below my window. I leaned forward, and I saw a child, a small boy, standing in the middle of the yard, barefoot, head lowered. He wasn't moving. "Are you okay?" I whispered, even though I knew he couldn't hear me. The boy slowly lifted his head. His face was wrong. His eyes were open, too open, no blinking, no reflection, and his mouth was stretched into a shape that looked like crying, but wasn't making sound anymore. He smiled. Every light in my apartment went out. My phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. "I'm cold." The crying stopped. I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I asked my neighbors. No one had children that age. No one had seen a boy in the yard. That night, 2:17 a.m., the crying returned, louder, desperate. This time, it wasn't outside. It was in the hallway. Slow footsteps, bare feet on concrete, stopping right behind my door. A small hand scratched the wood. "Please," a child's voice whispered. "Let me in." My door handle slowly turned. I backed away. My phone vibrated again. Another message. "You looked at me." The scratching stopped. I heard footsteps, walking away, down the hallway, down the stairs, into the yard. The next morning, there were small wet footprints, leading from my door to the stairwell. They ended abruptly, like the child had simply disappeared. That night, I didn't wait. At 2:16, I locked my door, turned off the lights, sat in the dark. 2:17, no crying. I breathed out in relief. Then, I heard it, behind me. Soft, satisfied, a child's whisper, right next to my ear. "You learned too late." The police found my apartment empty, door locked from the inside. They said the window was open. In the yard, the swings were moving, and beneath one of them, small wet footprints led straight up to my window. They still hear crying at 2:17, but now, it comes from inside.